Now let's go to the counter striking. In this section, basically it's the same. You're going to block it and then counter strike with this hand to the temple. Okay? I'm going to go this direction and counter block with this. High. I'm going to go downward now, and then this one's going to come in to counter strike. That direction. This one's going to come this direction to block, and this one's going to come here to counter strike. Okay, so the motion is this. If you get 4, you get all of them. 1, there's just angles. 2, this angle here. I come here and counter strike here. 3, count down here. Counter strike there. 4, down here. Counter strike this direction. Okay, face this. Go 1. Counter strike. 2. Counter strike. 3. Counter strike. 4. Counter strike. Putting it together. So we got the fighting system, Pareho. We have one person striking, one person blocking, and one person counter striking. So the way it works, very simple. I'm going to do the strike this time. Isa, go ahead. She's going to block, and she's going to counter strike. Dalawa, she's going to block and counter strike. Tatlo here, block and counter strike. Apat, block and counter strike. 5, block and counter strike. 6, block and counter strike. 7, block and counter strike. 8, block and counter strike. Isa, block and counter strike. Dalawa, block, counter strike. Tatlo, block, counter strike. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So the way you do that, very simple first. Just moving. That's it. That's the motion. Okay? So now, there goes a set pattern, because you're combining the numbers, or you're putting the numbers from 1 to 8. You don't have to do the numbers. You can do isa. Sometimes I come here. Sometimes I cross. Sometimes I go this way. Sometimes I come this way or this way. The motion is just, she just understands that every time something comes this direction, she has to take care of it, that direction, this direction, this direction, that, this one, that one, this way, that way. So she just learns, the student just learns to move with that. But you got to understand that even though they're set like that, in the Pareho system, it is actually as destroying, or destruction the limb. So if she's strike over here, you're trying to hit this hand, and then you're counter striking to the temple. If it comes here, bam, you're hitting that hand, and then counter striking here. If it goes down, you're hitting that hand, and then counter striking. You're hitting that hand, and then counter striking. But of course, you can't do that all the time during practice, so that's why you hit the stick. You hit this stick, you hit this stick. You hit this stick, and you hit this stick. There you go. So that's the motion. Okay? So I do that with a footwork. This way, that way, this way, that way, this way, this way, this way, that way, this way. And you can have a good time with it. Just make sure you practice slowly and understand how the hands work, because it's all about the hands. The sticks would not be there without the hands. So keep practicing.